G'day folks from Melbourne. My name's Ozzy Salins from Pure Eco Homes, and we're on the site of Australia's largest high performance build, 55 square home in Melbourne. And if you've been following our YouTube blog, you'll see that we've got a number of videos on this project, and today I want to talk to you about how to insulate the perfect wall. We've got some guys working here putting up suspended ceilings and all that, so things will be a little bit noisy, but it all adds to it. So I'm going to grab the camera and take you for a close-up look at how your builders should be insulating your walls. So I'm behind the camera, and I want you to take I'm going to give you a close-up of the wall itself and how we've actually put the bats in. Now, the first thing you should be able to see is that the bats are nice and almost flush with the stud work. Now, the thing about insulation is it relies on the air gap in between its fibers, okay, the still air. So if your insulator comes in and squashes it right into the stud gaps, then you might as well, you're going to lose at least 50 to 70% of the R value of that wall, assuming he's done it right along the wall, which most of them do. Look, putting insulation in a wall is a really important thing, but unfortunately for 99% of builders, it's left to the laborers on site, or some trades haven't really been taught properly, don't know how to do it properly, just come in and chuck it. The quicker they get in and get out, the better for them. But anyway, let's focus on this wall. So we're looking for a nice tight line, snug to the stud, right the way in all four corners of that particular section, for example, that you see there. Okay, and that means that the still air has a chance to do its work within the fibers. Otherwise, if there are gaps, even as much as 5% gap, 10% gap in between the insulation bat and the stud, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, you're wasting your time. So have a look at that. You can see I'm going to give you a side shot on it just so we can catch the light, and you can see how it's sitting nice and plump with the actual face of the stud. And of course, when the plasterboard goes on, that'll push it in a little bit. But what you don't want to see is it actually squashed in into the stud gap and gaps right around, because it's just a waste of time for you, frankly. So that is how you want your stud wall to look. Okay, nice and tight, nice and plump, and you're going to get the full benefit of that insulation. Now, obviously, those of you who have been following our blog will know about the air tightness that we're doing on this home with the membrane wraps, we use and recommend the world-class, what we feel the best in the world, which is Ziegler products. So keep tuned to this website, and you'll see more about that on this particular home, which is a very, very unique home for us in Australia here. So Ozzy Salins signing off. Make sure your builder's doing the right thing by you. If he isn't, you know the catchphrase, give us a call at Pure Eco Homes and we'll be happy to help you. Thank you. I'm just going to give you a quick shot of this beautiful living area. Huge work area we've got there. And it's going to be a lovely home. Nice big living area, nice big dining area. All those windows have just come in from Germany and been popped in, so absolutely fantastic. I just want to add something to the installation video that we did. Now, we just very briefly talked about the fact that the insulation relies on the stillness of air trapped within its fibers for it to to perform properly. Now, you know, I've heard so many people trying to push in much thicker bats than a 90 mm stud wall will allow them to do. And when you actually push it flat, what you're doing is you're actually compromising the whole bat that you're putting into the stud wall, because you're squashing the fibers that are supposed to have the trapped air. So you're much better off having a bat that sits nice and plump and proud into that gap than you are something that is squashed in. So, and this is what we're showing on our wall here. All right, Aussie Salins signing off.